This is the future.
This week was fun for me while playing Nezha as my main frame. Okay, settle down lads. I know some of you don't like playing Nezha, but let me explain why this is the best time to revisit this Warframe. I would say that Nezha right now is a complete Warframe right now in a high level mission. First of all, you don't need any helminth system to make Nezha super fun to play with. His built-in abilities are enough. His first ability gives you mobility and a fancy fire trail while running. He also can debuff enemies with his second ability, as every enemy hit by your chakram will be exposed to extra damage from all sources. Then, he got his third ability, which gives tons of survivability and is way better right now because of some things added in the Zariman update, not to mention that it's also a great source of status immunity, and it protects you from the knockdown effects from AoE weapons and enemies. And lastly, his fourth ability is a great crowd control ability that stun locks a target and makes it easier to expose them to extra damage with your chakram. Although it got slightly nerfed when Digital Extremes decided that Eximus units became immune to such abilities, still, it makes Nezha a complete package. Good thing is, you don't need to spend lots of Forma to make Nezha great, and also, one of the main problems I have before with this problem got solved after the Zariman update. Before we discuss the build, I would like to say that this is just a personal preference and you can change any mods you deem to be more useful for your playstyle. However, let me explain why I choose the mods first and why I prefer this type of setup for Nezha. Assuming that you also have Nezha Prime, you will only need 2 Forma to perfect this Warframe. Umbral Vitality and Umbral Intensify are a must for effective health, as well as to increase the power strength of Nezha. For those who want more tankiness on this build, you can replace Umbral Intensify with Umbral Fiber. However, I prefer Umbral Intensify on this build since it increases the damage vulnerability of my chakram, then it boosts the damage absorption multiplier of Warding Halo. The best part of this build is it is now universal. What I mean by this is that I can use any weapons that I want with mine since I'm not locked to a melee weapon anymore. Molt Reconstruct is a blessing for this build because of various reasons. First of all, it allows me to keep Blind Rage, and in fact, Blind Rage is the best in slot now for this build since the higher the energy consumption, the more health I gain from Molt Reconstruct when I cast an ability. When I cast ability, I restore my health, and then when enemies hit my health, I restore my energy with the help of Hunter Adrenaline. And mind you, Warding Halo gives damage reduction and it pairs really well with adaptation. The moment enemies deplete the health of Warding Halo, you will be invulnerable for a couple of seconds and, once cast of your ability will be enough to gain high health value with Molt Reconstruct. Why no range mods though, squad leader? 19 meters range for Divine Spear is enough, and I don't intend on having more since my main goal for this Nezha is for survivability and damage. I don't need to crowd control enemies when there's nothing, they are all dead anyway. Honestly, this is the best form of Nezha right now and I'm really happy for this Warframe. Nezha has been mocked by many for years, but since his rework, this frame has become godly. And then, other things has been added that made it powerful, but none compare to the Molt Reconstruct, and I believe that this completes Nezha right now. Enjoy this Warframe and any high level content with this 2 Forma build, and, be sure to check out later as I'll be updating more Warframe builds. I'm sorry if I'm not updating all, since not every Warframe build in my channel needs updating. You can scan them here if you want, as they are still working, and I just update those Warframes and weapons that have build variation right now, or needed updating because they have been reworked or something changed. Thank you so much for watching. Squad leader signing off.